New England Colonies and Regions. These colonies include New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut.
The purpose of the New England Colonies. The original purpose for moving to New England was for religious freedom, rights of free practice of religion, more land, growing the economy of Europe, and establishing a new government.
The economy of New England. The economy revolved around trade, said to be built around God and cod, little need for slavery, bad environment for farming, small manufacturing and shipbuilding, and started to trade with the West Indies.
The social structure of New England. Social structure of New England. The classes: gentry, middling, farmers, free blacks, enslaved house servants, and enslaved slave hands. The social structure. People had a sense of community. Densely populated towns made it possible for people to interact easily with their neighbors. Clergymen were at the top of the social class. Then there were the white men who owned land and had a family. After that, there were the women who were expected to give birth and raise children. At the bottom of the social class were the few black slaves. Finally, education was valued and was admired by many people in this region. Religion in New England. Religion in New England. The religion practiced in New England was strictly Puritan, and they did not tolerate any other religion. The church and government were hand in hand, except in Rhode Island.
Education. Schooling in the New England colonies. All towns were required to provide public schools. Puritans encouraged education because they wanted their children to learn to read the Bible. Boys received more education. Massachusetts passed a law that any town with 50 families or more had to hire a teacher to teach their children how to read and write.
A typical school was usually a one-room building. Students had no board to write on, and pencils and paper were hard to find. One book for the entire school was usually given, and parents were encouraging and would contribute resources. Why you should move to New England. Reasons to move to New England would include that they were the most democratic out of all colonies because they held town meetings, they had a strong sense of community, schools were compulsory and available to the public, and there was a great space for growing the economy.